Hi, this is a review of the Z3D dual lens car camera. It's a dual lens because it's got a rear and front camera. Something I thought I'd point out immediately I noticed is that the front camera resolution, once connected to the rear camera, is only 1080p. They're both forced to be 1080p. If you take the rear camera off, then you could have 2K resolution, and you could also have 720p at 120 frames a second. So this is the camera setup. I just want to show you how the wiring is set up. So I had this on the window here. You see how this is the main hub, the front camera, and this is the micro USB that goes to the GPS. This is the GPS unit, and this goes to the power. And then this goes to the rear camera, which I have over here set up, going back here, which is monitoring my buddy there. So you notice how this is bent like this way, and this is micro USB. So it's forced to do this, and it's now in front of this thing. You might have to tape the wire management. So it comes with some wire management here that you could stick to the windscreen. This is going, it should be going up to the ceiling where the trimmings are, and then going around the ceiling of your car to the back, but this is bent this way as well, so that's a little weird. I wish this was straight, kind of like this, and that would have been fine. Yeah, some of the bending here needs to be rethought. Here are 4 buttons. They're actually multifunctional based on what the screen has, and this is a micro SD, and the power button is over here. Notice how once you press something, the menu comes up. You see you have to press something in the menu, then you could record. So I have to click twice. And if I wanted to stop, I have to bring this to bring the menu up, and then you press stop. So this is a dual camera. So you click once and then you go okay, and then you want to put picture in picture or just look at the rear. And then that's it. And then if you want to record, now you could see my buddy back there cleaning himself and what's in the front as well. So I thought I'd share the file setup with you. If you open the card, you see that there is emergency, photo, and video. This is where you go into the videos that you lock down with the urgent sign, what they call the video that are protected from being deleted. If I were to record, see, that's where you want to protect the video, as in something's happening and you want to protect it from being deleted. And this is the photos that when you actually take a photo, and these are the videos. And they labeled the front as A and the back as B. And then they record the location. This is the GPS. And then here is the loop. Here's the resolution, which I mentioned before. Because I have both cameras, it's only 1080p. It's picture in picture, and then loop recording is how 3 minutes is the longest you can have. Oh, 5 minutes, my bad. Let's do that. Voice setup. Voice setup. Button beep, auto power off. See, this is wide dynamic range. Just leave it on. I want to show you the other accessories it came with, which is this is a charge cable for your camera that stays at home. And this is where you plug into the car, and you have 2 extra USB ports now. This is the tool to slide the wire into the trimming. Yeah, it's just to give you enough gap to slide the wire, to hide the wire, and this is cable management, and that's it. It comes with a warranty of 12 months and upgradable to 18 months if you register. Here are the photo samples of the front and rear camera. I noticed that the front camera is reddish and the rear is blue. The rear is also wider and a tad sharper than the front. Here's the ultimate test for dash cameras, which is nighttime and with very bright lights with very dark backgrounds. And you can see that the license plates are clear when you're traveling at the same speed as the car, when there's 0 difference in speed between you and the car. When it goes higher than, say, 5 miles an hour, it becomes harder to see the license plate. And like these cars turning in, it's above 5 miles an hour. And I know this because the cyclist here travels around roughly 5 miles an hour. So let's zoom in and slow it down a bit and see if we could see the license plate. You could just barely make it when they're traveling about 5 miles an hour. Here's how the front camera performs when facing headlights head on. I'm going to slow this down and zoom in, and so you can see that the license plate is clear because they're actually coming towards me. Here is the front camera at its highest resolution. I'm going to slow it down and zoom in to let you see the license plates. And this is the front camera at its highest resolution, facing headlights. Here is the rear-facing camera. You can tell by the blue tinge. The performance is relatively the same as the front camera, and here, when the car is completely stopped, you can actually see the license plate. Just as they start moving, they begin to blur again, just like the front camera. This is just a quick demo of their GPS multimedia viewer, and all you do is you open the video file and it pulls in that information from the map file, and it tells you the exact time and GPS locations. It has this is because this is not fully developed yet, in that, as in connection to Google Maps, you see, for development purposes only. It means they haven't paid for the license for actual use. This is just the free version that developers use. And if you zoom in, it tells you the start and end of your journey, and that thing that's currently moving is your current position on this video. This is moving on its own even though I'm standing still. It's because the GPS satellites are trying to triangulate the actual position I'm in. And it tells you how fast you're going, etc. So, yeah, it's quite a useful tool, quite easy, and it's still, yeah, you could still manage to figure out where you're going. I hope you got some insights from the review, and if you'd like to see more Dashcam reviews, just like and subscribe. And I'll see you next time.